Ever woke up and thought, fuck it, let's go to Antarctica today? Well, she did. Okay, not exactly. But still, she had the guts to get up and say, I need to do something, right now. By the time the first episode was done, I knew this was going to be a strong series. Of course, the cute girls are part of the reason, but that's just icing on the cake. Through striking the delicate balance between light jests and passionate outbursts, it really did make for a series that made you wish it was already the next week when the episode was done. But more importantly, the reason that it was so easy to laugh, cry, or scream along with them was because they were doing what most people dream of. From the first episode, the importance of discovery and risk-taking isn't held back at all. How it opens with a rather simple but powerful metaphor, tying the excitement of embarking on a journey to a pool of water breaking loose, when taken by itself seems nice and artsy, but it's lacking relevance until we meet our first girl, Mari Tamaki. Funnily enough, the image that she's portraying runs in stark contrast to the ideas just mentioned, as her body clumsily spread about across her bed only indicates stagnation. More amusing though, is when she's thrown off that same bed by her mother. Her sign, the call to adventure, literally smacks her in the face, as she's stuck by the realization that she needs to make the most out of the rest of her youth. But starting a journey is the hardest part. So, when we're given the cinematic montage of Mari preparing to ditch school, trying for music and all, it builds up to her coming right back, of course. By leaving the audience to faceplant, it really demonstrates how talk is one thing and doing is another, all with a laugh to go with the lesson. Fortunately, Mari is able to start her journey with the other girls, Shirase, Hinata, and Shiraishi. Now these four go forward with their own reasons, but not alone. It really did its best to show that these were people with their own desires, fears, failings, and hopes. But still, these girls found something in each other that they could take solace in. Whether it was to shrug off the doubt of others, forget a betrayal, or just to go somewhere, they can do it with people that will provide support, but still push them to become better than the person that they were before. And each girl had her own problem to face. For Mari, that was overcoming her own insecurities about failure, partly through realizing that her best friend was enabling these feelings, but have the heart to forgive her. For Shiraishi, it meant breaking down the barrier she had due to her status of young celebrity, and actually make true friends. For Hinata, it meant looking people that had hurt her so dear in the eyes, and only reply with the honest life that she led after leaving them. And for Shirase, of course, it meant doing her best and more to get even a chance to come to a place where her mother had loved to be, walk the ice, weather the harsh winds, to come to terms with the fact that she's gone, but not forgotten. The way that it depicts tackling with struggle and overcoming it, all while having a smile on your face, it's inspiring, to say the least. It may be because it keeps itself grounded in relatable premises, even if the scenario may not be likely. Issues such as personal circumstances that make concepts like genuine human interaction difficult to understand, dealing with friends that hold you back, or forgiving when their wound's still fresh, all make their way in adding to the characters. Yes, they are adorable, but that doesn't mean pain and suffering hasn't reared its ugly head in their lives. However, that same turmoil hasn't stopped them from smiling and achieving what they set out to do. The bravery and optimism that this anime was just brimming with was never without the biting forces of doubt, setback, and pessimism, which is why the answer it had resonated the way it did with me. There were times where it didn't seem like they were going to be 100% okay. The expedition itself had suffered a 3-year delay and a loss of public support. Shirase had to fight the constant doubt and judgment of her classmates while working towards her dream to go to Antarctica. Even on the way there, the girls had to deal with setbacks that threatened to stop them from their trip. But each time, they all rise to the occasion and met whatever challenge with the same grit that only speaks to the strength of soul. Yeah, maybe what ended up wasn't exactly expected, but the important part is that it's yours. Yours to enjoy, because it was your blood and tears that got you there. I realize that anime isn't just made for me, but when you find a work that speaks to you and tells you something that you needed to hear right when you needed, it just speaks to the power this medium has. So of course Sorayori meant something dear to me. A high school senior that's on the brink of graduating. I fully empathized with Mari's initial reluctance when she attempted to get the most out of her youth, as my household, and to a lesser degree my environment, favors stability and security. I'm not saying that those ideas are necessarily bad, but if there's something great, something worth doing, a fight, most often a dirty one, should be expected. So here I am, with my gloves on, keeping in mind that I will take hits, but with this anime in mind, I'll get up after each one.